Hey guys, it's Nagas and I'm here for you with the Speaking is a Piece of Cake. In this video, I'm gonna let you know and get more familiar with 3 sections of the IELTS exam in speaking, and I'm sure with my own strategy it would be so easy peasy for you to overcome the whole process of such challenging exams. So let's get started. First of all, please subscribe my own channel. Your support, likes and comments definitely make me feel motivated to continue my whole journey on YouTube and let me to produce some high quality of video and upload it on my channel to help you out in IELTS exam. Right, talking about part 1, so let me think. The first thing that I like to suggest you in the whole journey is to calm down and think more positive about your journey, your learning process. Definitely have a positive impact on your own mentality to initiate your own speech in front of the real examiner. All right, part 1, it might be so simple. It's the basic questions related to your work, study, your hometown, your neighborhood. Even the examiner might ask you about the various types of colors, sunglasses, robots, or even ask you some question about the geography and other sort of basic topic that I like to tell you about it. I mean, I mentioned it here to consider it and practice it more and more with various types of question. All right, another suggestion that I like to tell you is about the grammar, vocabulary and the important strategy that you have to use on the whole process of the part 1. I mean, in part 1 you have just 5 minutes to answer all of those questions that examiner might ask you, and in the short period of time you have to draw the examiner attention by using various types of structures, grammars, top-notch vocabularies and ideas. For example, using not only but also the more, or different sort of discourse markers such as although, additionally, also, what is more, and something like that. Definitely you have a great chances to enhance your score. And also I should mention that your own body language, your own non-verbal communication you have can be so crucial in part 1, 2 and 3 even. I mean, in speaking, your smile, your positive attitude, it's something that is so catchy and attractive for examiner to give you some great score and have a positive mindset throughout the whole 50 minutes, right? All right, the question in part 1, for example, such as this, the out of blue topic that examiner might ask you, you can easily respond to the question with this structure to consider 2 ideas at once in a short period and a short sentence. I think that it might be so useful for me to using my own sunglasses on my daily basis. Not only it's helped me to have an eye-catchy or sophisticated outlook, but also let me to prevent sun-related diseases. See, you can easily answering those questions in a short period and convey your own fluency, expressing yourself with the higher vocabularies and sophisticated grammars definitely capture the examiner attention. All right, you have to consider that in the speaking exam the steps can be tougher and tougher. The part 1 is the most easiest one and the part 3 is the most challenging part that you have to respond to the examiner to get your score. All right, let's dive into the part 2. Okay, in these sections examiner give you a specific cue card. There is a precise question with following little questions afterwards, and you have to answer all of those questions and make up a catchy story to the examiner. All right, the examiner give you a pen, pencil or a specific paper to jot down your own notes simultaneously, and it's definitely the most important and critical time for you to catch up on the latest ideas, your knowledge that you have, gathering some of the data that you have in your mind and your own, and remembering all of those vocabularies, your practices, and so on. This is the most key time that you have to consider to convey your own specific structure, ideas, and making up some attractive start to your fluency, your specific ideas and precise materials that you use in your speech is really important. This is the most calm situation. The examiner just listen to you and not asking you anything or interrupting you. This is your time and you have to express yourself with a lot of new and innovative thoughts and mindsets to create a beautiful and outstanding foundation in the examiner's mind or their mentality. Alright, my suggestion is to use idioms, various types of idioms that it's related to your story, related to the topic that you want to talk about, and your own vocabulary, the specific grammars that I've told you, like not only but also past participles, if clauses. It's something that you have to consider in your part 2 to tell you that I'm outstanding student and I have a great foundation in language and in English, and I can manage everything in foreign countries. Your smile, your nonverbal communication, such as your body language, your gesture, your positive attitude is something that literally not only help you, but also your examiner to have a great insight about yourself and about the whole time of the exam. I think that it's definitely have a direct impact on the examiner's mind or their own psychology to give you the better score and mark. When the 1 minute is over, it is the important time for you to consider and convey all of your innovative thoughts and your creativity into your speech, and just you have 2 minutes to draw the examiner attention, and by using your own tough and complex structure, grammar, vocabulary, and so on. Some test takers may have some struggle with managing their time in 2 minutes. You have to complete 2 minutes. This is my suggestion, and it's really important for getting the better score. I think if you just have some 30 seconds at the end and you don't have enough innovative opinions, just make up something. Don't interrupt your speech and don't stop your speaking. It's definitely have a negative impact on your own score if you just not talking about anything. The examiner just waiting for you to talk, to have other sort of opinions about that specific topic. So just continue and keep going. For example, in part 2, the examiner might give you a specific cue card. For example, please describe a person you know who likes to talk a lot, and you should say who this person is, what he or she likes to talk about, how you feel talking to this person, and you have to consider all of these questions in your speech to have to get the task response with a great mark. For this topic, a talkative person, you have to first consider about the vocabulary. Alright, what did I learn? A talkative person, a chatterbox, or person who talk a lot, excessive talker. At first just thinking about all of the grammars that it's really relevant to the topic. Then, alright, I have some time to think about grammar. What can I do? For example, not only but also the more I talk with that person, the more I feel disappointed. Alright, that's check. Or I have to use idiom. For example, it's not a piece of cake for me to talk with this person regularly. Okay, I thought about the idiom as well. If clauses, I can easily use it. My own gesture, my positive attitude, and my own smile. It's definitely led me to just bear the whole situation. All right, finally, the last part, part 3, which is the toughest sections of speaking in IELTS exam. I'm sure that no one likes this section because examiner might challenge you with various confusing and complicating questions and ideas. You know, in this part you have to have some creative thoughts and think outside the box to answering all of those tough questions. I think that's your positive mindset, your own positive behavior, attitude, and I'm sure your own vocabularies definitely help you to just overcome the last part of the speech. Considering the part 3, I mean that in part 3 you can have a great expectations that the examiner might ask you about the related questions about part 2. For example, if the examiner give you a cue card about a talkative person, you may have to expect that the examiner in part 3 may ask you about the communication, interactions, or expressing your own personality. So yeah, in this part it's definitely so complicating for you to comprehend and develop various types of ideas or perspective, but you have to fast, you have to be calm down, have a deep breath, and then be an active listener. I think most of the test takers might have so much difficulties to be more a great listener. They more likely to not listen to the examiner precisely, and then they may answer and respond to questions with unrelated meaning. I mean, most of them are off topic, and in this part you have to consider that what is the real meaning behind it. For instance, if the examiner asks you that what communication skill does a talkative person have, first of all, just have a deep breath, think about the question, and say that that's a tough question for me to answer. This is a perfect time for you to think and develop new ideas, and it led you to have some break to think more and more and process the whole question. So yeah, that's a tough question for me to answer. Then think about the personality and qualifications of a great talkative person. For example, having a verbal or non-verbal communications, have an interpersonal skill to convey their own ideas or expressing themselves to avoid miscommunicating or misunderstanding. So yeah, I guess that's in this part you have to listen carefully to the examiner to have a lot of time to develop some innovative thoughts and perspective. Alright guys, hope you're doing well and hope you obtain a lot of information from my own video to get more familiar with the 3 sections of the IELTS exam, specifically for speaking. These 3 sections, step by step, getting more tougher and tougher, and you have to consider and have a higher concentration on your own mentality, your stress, your body language, and just consider and have a great attention on your own fluency, your own specific knowledge and ideas related to that questions. Just don't worry and keep calm throughout the whole time of the 50 or 20 minutes in the exam time. So yeah, I'm sure that you're doing well. I see you in the next video. Bye bye.